Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Hobby Night. I am Angela, and today we are working on Gundams. We're working on one Gundam. We're working on Tallgeese, and we are going to actually get to this guy today. The first thing I want to do is I need to do a little bit of touch up on my whites because I forgot to reprime him. Not reprime him, but I forgot to do like touch up prime from him. So I'm just going to do it with a paintbrush, and I think that's going to be fine, frankly. So what I want to do is get his underside painted. There. I felt like I had shifted myself when I got up to get myself started, despite the fact that I had asked Chaos Cultist to help me adjust the camera, and he did such a good job. I'm back into position, everything's fine.
I can move it again.
No. I shifted back into position. I just had like unshifted myself. Hello to everybody in chat, by the way. It's lovely to see so many active people already in chat. Hammy-chan, Matthew White, and Havman, and Overlord Tweak. It is lovely to see you. It's a Gundam! Yes, everybody scream it. Get it out of your systems now.
It's a Gundam!
Very good, very good, very good. Okay, so let's go ahead and get Tallgeese on the, I was gonna say palette. That's not what I'm getting him onto. I'm getting him onto the handle. And we're gonna just do a little bit of touch up of our primer, which I don't think I really need to capture. Come on. All right, that should be good. And I realize I don't have an exact match for this white because I don't have any, like I have a couple AK primers, like the spray cans, but I don't have AK paints at all. So I think I found a pretty good match. Yeah, this will be fine. And in the end, it doesn't even matter because we're gonna do so much to him that it probably will unify anyways. Hello, Craig, it's lovely to see you. Oh, thank you. It's actually started to get a little cooler here, so I pulled out pants. Wild, I know.
What?
What?
My life is ruined.
They're like ass-hugging, like bell-bottom leggings. Like, you'll be fine.
Ooh. Oh, it's those. I like those.
Yeah, I was gonna say you like these ones. You literally bought these ones for me. Don't boo. So yeah, I decided to wear pants. All right, well, there's not too much, thankfully, that we need to actually touch up this using this white. It's mostly just kind of in some of the recesses, which is not too bad. No, I'm not turning on the heating. I also like need to wash all my shorts, so it's fine. Yeah, this white was a good choice. This white was a good choice. And it'll work as a great highlight color later too. I haven't looked yet at all the fine details of Tallgeese, but I think he's majority white.
Yes, he is.
Like, I think he has some color on him, like on maybe some of the head decorations and stuff, but...
Shield.
Yeah, I was like, the shield might have some like gold, if I remember correctly. I need to look at it again. Hello, Red Hood Venom. It's lovely to see you in chat. Hello, Nighthawk. 760, 80, sorry, 786. Is that a type of like, is that a vehicle or something? What's your name based off of, Nighthawk? I just realized why part of that looked weird. He had separated. There we go. That's better. It's like, why do you have such a big kind of gap looking thing happen? Oh, because you have a big gap thing looking happening. Oh no, your other headphones died on you? I'm so sorry. Okay, I think he is nice and prepped now. Get a turnaround of him before we start doing any other work on him. And just get some of my paints out of the way, some of my other tools out of the way. Gosh, my desk is such a mess again. This always happens when I start working on projects. All right, I don't think I can control that here yet. So we're gonna disappear. We're gonna get the Leo partially out of camera, and then we're gonna bring Tallgeese up. Focus. And do a little turnaround. There. Lovely, lovely done. Hello, left-handed dragon. It's lovely to see you in chat. Matthew White, I bet you're right. I bet the UK is probably colder. Which is why I'm not there. Too cold for me. I'm gonna come back for a moment. Because I think, so I've been thinking about what my plan is for Tallgeese. First of all, should actually look up what Tallgeese looks like. Like I have a decent memory of what he looks like in my head, but not like 100%. So reference is always good. Tallgeese. All right, this is the first one. Interesting, they made the eagle on the shield way bigger than it is in any of the Gunpla. Okay, so he is mostly white, yellow, red, and his joints are black. Oh, actually, interesting. do I want to base it off of... What Tallgeese is this? Is this like the first one? I don't know if I recognize this. Oz 00MS Tallgeese. This actually looks like the one because the shield's bigger. The eagle on it is bigger. Would you say this is the one that they're like, this is...
Yeah.
Okay. So...
It's the white Tallgeese. There's only one.
Well, so it's...
There's a white, there's a blue, and then there's the one from the movie.
Which I thought was also white.
Is it?
I think it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Tallgeese 3, because that's Tallgeese 3 in the movie, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think Tallgeese 3 is also white. Which might explain why I sometimes got confused when you were like, it's the only white one. I'm like, but I thought there was...
I gotta double check that now, because now I don't... I'm mixing up with Ephion, I think is what's happening.
Okay, because I was like, I thought Tallgeese was like always white.
Oh, you don't know. Tallgeese... Okay, here's the thing. Tallgeese 3 is blue and white.
I see.
Whereas Tallgeese 1 is white.
I think it's brown and white. Yeah, no, I understand, but I think it's brown and white.
I would say it's black and white.
Okay, because like in this, it's definitely like, maybe they're going for like a gunmetal.
Oh, you're talking about that shading image?
Yeah.
That's the lighting. It should be black.
Okay, so it should just be black. Okay, so it's black, white, red.
And gold.
With gold on mostly the eagle and then the front panels.
Yep.
Because like, on this, like I know that model has arm trim, like the yellow trim on the shoulder. I'm not gonna do that because that's not what this shows. I like the paneling that it's doing. Okay. All right, so do I want to paint... I think I may want to paint the joints then first.
Yeah, because like there's a still of it from the anime. So you can't even see any yellow on it in the anime.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, I just don't remember it having that much like yellow.
Like, yeah, see, look.
Yeah, no, I'm seeing it. You're right.
The yellow is not really there.
Yeah, it's like there's some trim that's in some gold maybe, but it's not that big.
Head.
Yeah, but like that's about it.
And that's why it's the white one.
It's the Dairy Cow Gundam. It is... It's not a cow Gundam.
Yeah.
This is not G Gundam. We're not like going that crazy.
The Wisconsin Gundam.
The Wisconsin Gundam. All right, so I knew you were going to be a pain in the butt. All right, I think. How do I want to do this? I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna still approach this the same way we did before, where we're gonna do all of the core like body first, which is going to, I think, mostly consist of a heavy Nuln Oil wash, which will hopefully help get some of my joints like grayed up and everything to make my life easier to see them as I'm going through and painting everything else. And then we're going to pick a like really dark gray. I don't think I want to go full black. I think we're gonna go like with a really dark gray and go with that. Maybe something that leads like warm gray, since the images from the like what looks like the like character turnaround has like that brownish tone to it, so that we can mimic their warm shadows, because I assume that's what they're trying to do there, but we'll see. Oh, you had to do PT yesterday? And that's unfortunate. All right, where's my Nuln Oil wash? Here we go. Yeah, so... something to brace my arm on for steadiness. Not the box, because in case I get paint on it. There, that looks pretty good. That's not what I wanted to close. I wanted to get rid of that one. The entire stream just goes away. Hello. No, we're not actually going away. We're right here. I just hit the wrong button on my controls. All right, let's go ahead. Oh, I knew I wasn't zoomed in all the way. Boop. All right, there we go. That looks great. I like that. I'm gonna record. I pushed him right off the base. There we go. That is looking good. I'm gonna stop recording that for a moment, bring us back for a moment, and come back in when I'm nearly done, which I think will be on the shield. Okay, the wash is doing some pretty nice things already, which is really what I was hoping for. Hello, Hobby Collab. How are you doing? Having a good day so far? Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the $10 donation, Hobby Collab. You guys are amazing. It is lovely to have you be able to join us in chat.
Hi, Hobby Collab. Sorry, I just saw.
No, it's all right. It's all right. Oh, I saw the article you guys had in on Warhammer Community. Congratulations on the feature. Awesome. Like, that's very, very cool. You guys must be so proud. All right. Yeah, buddy, you're looking so cool. Oh, you're watching on a mute in a work meeting? Well, you'll have to check back in later because I'm throwing all sorts of compliments and telling you how cool it is that you are featured on Warhammer Community in chat. When you guys have some time, I would highly recommend going and checking that out. They talked about their Age of Sigmar armies, and it was really, really cool, actually. Very insightful, talking about a lot of the new units that have been added in too recently to a lot of them, because I think, like Meg, for example, I know is talking about her Seraphon. So really cool to read, especially since that's an army I dabble with when it comes to Age of Sigmar. One can hope this is better than a work meeting. I don't know, sometimes, depending on what kind of work meeting it is, it could be a very fun work meeting. Could also be a very boring work meeting. Easy, yes. Squick, spill all the tea while they're on mute. I don't have any tea to spill. They're lovely people. You guys should absolutely go check out their content. Meg is delightful. I love doing things with her and getting to paint with her. She's incredibly talented, as is the entire rest of the Hobby Collab team. I have only nice things to say about them. I'm really sorry. I have no tea to spill. No gossip. This is gossip that isn't really actually gossip, but did you know that they're going to be hosting the, they're going to be streaming at the LVO again, and you can watch them live and all of the, I think, well, I don't know about all, but you can watch some Age of Sigmar games at the LVO live through their channel, which is going to be really, really cool. And they did that, I think, last year. So super thrilled to see that happening again. Love to see it. Oh, I just pulled up way too much of that. There we go. That's better. Okay. Hello, Kojo. It's lovely to have you with us. I still can't believe that they're not out yet, like officially. The Chaos Dwarves. I feel like they announced them like ages ago. It's lovely to see you in chat, Kojo.
Don't forget to capture some if you haven't.
Oh, I have. I was going to get a little bit more when I was ready to do the shield, like the front side of the shield.
Cool.
Because it'll look really nice, I thought, but
Nice.
I got the initial.
Okay, I just didn't know.
Yeah, sorry. No, you're right. You're sorry. I didn't mean to harp on it so much. All right. Sometimes you just feel like you end up watching somebody just really like smush paint around for a little bit. Like in an absurdly long amount of time. And you're like, just move on already. Like, but I can't. It doesn't look like I want it. All right, I think that's better. All right, let's do the wings.
Read chat.
Love, this is Meg. Gosh, well, I love a big bull model. The army play seems interesting, so it's hard to say with such limited range we have so far. I mean, who doesn't love a big bull model? I mean, come on. I agree. I agree with Meg. Who doesn't love a big bull model? And, well, I can't say about like how they play because I haven't tried them at all yet. And I haven't looked too deeply into the range, but I will say that I was very excited about the large bull. But I like any massive monster creature. Nothing better than a thick monster boy. Nice. You've gotten to play with the spearhead. I think that's the game that I tuned in on, and it looked really cool. Because I remember like talking about being hyped about our Chaos Dwarves, and you guys were playing with some, or somebody was using them. I don't remember which of the two guys that were playing at the time were using them, but they looked awesome. Okay, I think we're almost good to do the shield. I want to get a little bit more. By a little, I mean a lot. In there, along there, spread that around. He looks like a right mess, don't he, chat? But it's gonna be a beautiful mess when we're done. Okay. Okay, I think we just have the beautiful shield to do. So we're all gonna disappear. And I'm gonna record. All right, and then we're gonna just let that dry. And probably pull a little bit of it off because it is all running downward. Don't mind me, chat, I'm just doing a little bit of fussing before I set them down. Okay, I think that'll be good. I'm gonna keep them like really visibly nearby so I can keep an eye on that shield as it dries. Okay, just let that do its thing and then I'll fuss with it later. Okay, alrighty. Get my support out of the way. I completely left him on my handle like a fool. Oh, it does immediately need some pull away though. Okay, better. I think what we're gonna do next is we're gonna finish up the joints on our Leo. Got a nice wash on them previously, but I think we can add a little smidge of a highlight and make sure that we got everything. I think we definitely have though. And then from there, I think it's just doing the headpiece, which let me just pull up my Leo picture. Yeah, he's got a little bit of silver on the chest there. And then it's yellow and red on the actual helm itself. So we'll do those in a moment. Let's get him focused. Hello, Bad Rabbit. It is lovely to see you in chat. Neo, how you doing? Ooh, you're having chicken, Kiev, chips, and beans tonight? Heck yeah. That sounds delicious. I plan on making chicken paninis with Italian seasoning. So that is my plan for dinner tonight, in case anybody was wondering. It should be quite tasty. I do enjoy a good panini. Where's the brown that I use? Noble Steed Brown. Oh, Ghost Striker had a question. Did I miss that? I'm so sorry. Let me go back up and find it. Ah, there it is. Do you do one mini at a time when you're doing an army or batch paint? Ghost Striker, that is an excellent question. Sorry for missing that earlier. I tend to do, I normally paint mini at a time because I don't paint armies in bulk like that. I have in the past, and I have done some batch painting. Like, for example, when I was painting my Poxwalkers for my Death Guard, I did batch painting with that. When I was painting my just generic sources for my Spearhead unit, for Age of Sigmar for my Seraphon, I painted them in batch. But I think I tend to not, or prefer to not to, just like thinking about it. Only because I don't know, I like to finish a model and then move on to the next one. But I am not opposed, I think, okay, let me actually clarify, because I do kind of combination of both. I will work on a miniature until I get it to a point where I need it to like dry, or I got something else that, mostly to, it needed something, oh my God. I'm glad we picked this guy up back up. His leg has some aggressive pooling, which, you know, I should have expected, but didn't. So when it comes to painting, I don't exactly do batch painting, but I will work on multiple miniatures at once, because I know there's normally a point I will get my miniatures to, or I need to set them down and let them dry. And so in order to not like waste time or stop and like do something else, or especially if I am in the mood to still paint, then I will have like multiple going at once. But I don't tend to batch paint very often. Ooh, that sounds like a very pretty color combination, left-handed dragon. Oh, no problem, Ghost Striker. Again, if I ever accidentally miss your question, especially if it's a hobby related question, just ask it a second time in chat. Sometimes I get really into what I'm doing and I forget to look over, and then you guys are so active that it moves your question beyond where it's on my screen anymore, and then I miss it. So, but it's not, don't take it personally and just throw it out there again. I totally don't mind that, because I love talking about the hobby and answering questions and giving you guys the confidence to go on and do your own painting, to create your own art, because that is my jam. I love seeing other people create art. I love creating art myself. I just think it's very, very fun And I think it is a very cool way we humans express ourselves. Just throwing that out there. Ooh, chicken fajitas. Oh, that sounds so good. You were thinking of trying to make a beginner painting content and was curious which worked better. You're a newbie to mini painter. I definitely feel like it's dependent on the person, honestly. I think for some people, batch painting makes the most sense. It gets them through it. I think for me, I don't gravitate towards batch painting because I really get into bringing each individual model to life. And not to say that batch painters don't do that, but for me, the process of batch painting takes a little bit of that like life-giving vibe out of it, if you get my drift. Like, it's a weird description of it. I'm not 100% sure it actually makes sense outside of my own brain, but like that's sort of how I feel. Okay, I want to do a little bit of highlighting on his shoe here. Actually, we're gonna do this shoe because it's harder to sort of see, and that way I can record the highlighting on the other shoe if it looks good. Okay. Yeah, honestly, I think it does. Thank you. Yeah, no, I'm quite happy with how they're turning out. All right, I think I'm gonna have us dip for a moment while I capture a bit more of this. Oh, I did the wrong screen again. You're working on your Age of Sigmar Slaves of Darkness. Oh my gosh, why does STD always throw me off, or S2D, depending on how you guys write it? Because some of you all write it S2D, some of you write it STD. It always throws me off. I keep forgetting it's Slave to Darkness. I'm like, what is that? What are they talking about? But I remember now. So you're working on your Slaves to Darkness army one mini at a time because you're trying to see each one complete before you move on. That makes sense. See, I think I personally am that same way. Like I tend to be like, no, I want the model to be done before I move on to the next one. But I will do like batches of like 3 or 4 at a time, because then as I'm waiting for paint to dry, I can work on other things and it won't feel too bad. But like, yeah, no, it's definitely a thing. All right, there we go. Put some little highlights in. All right, there we go. That's plenty of footage of that. We won't need any more while I do the rest. Okay, cool. We're all back. I mean, that's how it's written out. It's STD, and I'm like, what? I keep forgetting. It's because like, I think I just normally like think of them as chaos, even though I know it's not as simple as that. That looks good. Bring a little bit of a highlight onto this bowl. Okay, that looks actually pretty decent. If I do say so myself. Where did my brown go? Hello, brown? Did you dry? Yep, you dried. It dried, everybody. That's true. Doing each guy individually does give them a little bit more of a chaotic vibe. That's very true. Yeah, it's very Nurgle and Slaanesh based army. No. I mean, Slaves of Darkness and Age of Sigmar is more of like the Black Legion army, right? Like that would be the 40k equivalent. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Age of Sigmar fans. You batch paint one unit at a time and try to keep them consistent. I think it can work either way. Really, it just kind of depends on your vibe. That's one of the things that I personally love about Chaos so much is the fact that you can just either go really clean, really consistent, very uniform, or you can go very like chaotic, very eclectic, vibrant, garish color tones, and both can work really well because it's Chaos. They're chaotic. They get to do what they want. Good afternoon, Ashley. How are you doing? See, I think batch painting does work when you're wanting to be a little bit more consistent in your color scheme, because then you can be like, all right, I'm doing this step, this step, this step. And so when you're doing something where you really want them to be extremely uniform, that is probably the better approach. If you do want them to be a little bit more varied, maybe a little bit unique, then doing them individually might be the better route to go. you hand painted about 10,000 points of Imperial Fists, batch was the only option. I mean, in that regard, yeah. When you, like, if you're going for like, I don't know, an apocalypse scale army, like size army, then yeah, I feel like at that point, batch painting is all you got. Because how are you going to do that individually? That would just be so, like, insanely time consuming, right? Okay, I think he's looking good. We just need to do some of his silver bits. Actually, I think what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna jump over. How am I gonna? No, I'm just gonna do him now. What silver do I wanna use? What silver do I wanna use? Bum 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 bum. I think I want to use one of the Duncan Roads ones. And I can't remember specifically what it was called. I mean, Sir Coats-a-Lot comes to mind. Yes, I'm gonna grab Sir Coats-a-Lot. Give me 1 second, guys. Nope. 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 Hello, Sir Coats-a-Lot? There you are. I found it. Condolences for your loss. I'm so sorry to hear that. All right, let's get some. Yeah, this will be a good silver for this. I have no. What silver did you use on your Gundams? Did you do steel?
Yes, it was that very bright one.
The plate mail? Okay. Should I do this thing instead? Well, they're actually from different eras, right? Yeah, they're from different eras. I think I can get away with using slightly different silvers. Just so I don't waste what I put on my palette. Okay. Focus. That looks pretty good. If I do, yeah, I can have him just be facing upside down. Okay. Okay, I thought I had it in focus already. All right, there we go. Which kind of crisis suit is this? The Leo crisis suit. It is the MS Leo. I don't remember, God, I don't remember what the actual, like, number code for the Leo is.
Fake fangirl.
Oh my gosh, totally. Totally. Did paint these correctly, right? Okay, good. I did. There we go. I wonder if somebody has gone like full like balls to the wind with their Tau army and literally recreated like basically done various like gone full mech suit, right? Like they went mostly mech suit, basically said fuck it to infantry. Because I think you can do that. Like I'm like 90% sure that you can still do that when running Tau, and then set each unit to be based off of a different like giant robot mecha series from Japan. So like Gundam, and it could be like various different Gundams, but it could also be like Macross and other stuff like that. Like I think that would be really cool. But someone has to have done that, right? Oh my gosh, yeah, Tau and Zaku colors would be very, very cool. I bet maybe it's more likely happened in Battletech, because I feel like Battletech have also really high vibes of Gundam sometimes. I mean, they literally were tied to Macross for a while, if I recall correctly, or one of the older mech series from Japan, but cross-universing paint jobs is really fun. Totally agree with you there. It's why I did what I did on my last night painting tutorial and had it be based off of the Overlord series. There we go. Okay, I think the silver is done except for at his shoes. Okay. Next side. How is Tallgeese looking? He is almost dry. Once Tallgeese's wash is over, we can go back to working on him. I will admit I am impressed with the detail. Your Plague Marines were fun to paint? Nice. Oh yeah, is that, I thought, is Gothic not out already? I thought it was.
Battlefleet Gothic or Battletech Gothic?
Yeah, Battletech Gothic.
I thought it was in October.
Oh, is it October? Is it an October release? I couldn't remember. I know it was coming this year. I thought it was this month, but you might be right. I am so curious about that and how well it's gonna do. I am unfortunately not optimistic. Like, I
think it'll do probably fine.
I'm sure it'll do okay. I just don't know if it's gonna do what I feel like Battletech wants it to do.
I mean, for Battletech sales, it might.
You know what? Might
do well in, like, you know, Barnes and Nobles and such.
That's true. It might. Because I guess it is more of a product for, like, new players who are completely unfamiliar with Battletech and less so hardcore Battletech folk. You want that, you just basically get all their other content. Hello, Tyler! Konnichiwa! Daijobu? Listen, I can't speak much. That's about as much as you're getting from me. No, I don't use any particular brand of brush. I have a couple that I like tend to really favor. In that I like the watercolor brand called Escada, which you can just get at like a Michael's. You can also buy it online and everything, but if you just like have a local like a generic art supply store, you can probably find Escada in some version of itself or not. There's a couple variants of it, but like basically like I basically am partial to either mixed synthetic Kolinsky or pure synthetic. I don't often use pure Kolinsky, mostly just because I find they are extremely expensive, and for what I do with them, it doesn't feel worth it to spend that money and then abuse it on a miniature. So Tyler, you're just gonna keep switching languages on me? Love it. I can say bonjour. And bonjour. And oh, what's the thing from Dexter's Lab? Something omelette du fromage. Omelette du fromage. Omelette du fromage. Omelette du fromage. But that's about it. That's about all I can say in French. My French is terrible. But let's see, what else, what was I saying? Oh, brushes, right. And then I actually just like Army Painter brushes. I think the Army Painter's brushes are great. Have had no real complaints, and I think they have a good mix of both synthetic and the natural hair brushes, and they work well. So frankly, like, you can get a bundle of them for pretty cheap, all things considered, because paintbrushes are actually semi-expensive. When you go look at the price of a Parada Escada brush, which is the watercolor one that I really like, which is, oh, where is it? This one. Like this brown handled brush that you always see me using. You see how it says Escada Parada? Or Parado, sorry. Escada Parado. So like, this size of 4, I think is like $32. It's ridiculous. But they're very well worth it because I have not had to buy a new one in quite a long time. And the tip is still fine. Like brain blanking on what this is called.
Round tip?
No. What's the thing that holds the bristles?
Fennel.
Fennel. Thank you. The fennel's like caked in paint, but the bristles are fine. Yes. Yes, an omelette du fromage. Exactly, a cheese omelet. I just remember there was like an episode of Dexter's Lab where like
everyone does,
because he was like flirting with hot chicks, and in order to flirt with hot chicks better, he learned like French, but he only like learned the one phrase, so he just learned how to say omelette du fromage. But because he was saying it in French and like these girls had no idea, like
I think he achieved world peace.
I think he may have simply because of like omelette du fromage. So just saying. Best. Long bearded Dan, I can't read that. And I can't, okay, there we go, hold on, I'm going to Google. Google Translate. You don't understand Japanese. Well, you know what, neither do I. Neither do I, long bearded Dan. Oh, the Star Wars droids pack would be very, very cool. Okay. We need to paint the gun, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. We need a little bit more paint on our palette. Actually, I don't. I lied. I still have plenty. Shh. Don't start recording yet. You haven't removed yourself or the overlay. There you go. All right, done with that. My nose suddenly itched a lot. Wrong Dexter, Tyler. Wrong Dexter. Not that one. Although I agree with you, it does sound like something he would carve into like one of his victims' like foreheads or something. After turning that victim's brain into an omelette de fromage. Surely he makes something more sophisticated with a brain, but
I don't think Dexter is a cannibal, dear.
we're talking about the Dexter from like Dexter.
He's not a cannibal, dear.
Oh, is he not?
No.
Oh. Is he not a cannibal?
No, he murders like other killers.
Oh, is that what he does?
Yeah.
I didn't actually know. I've never watched Dexter, so I actually don't know.
Yeah, no. You're thinking about the show that they made about...
Hannibal?
Yes, called Hannibal.
That was a movie, though. I thought...
No, there's a show.
Oh, they made a show
called Hannibal that stars Hideo Kojima's, like, best friend as Hannibal.
Oh. I genuinely had forgotten about this. Crave, not carve? Oh, Crave. I see.
Hannibal.
Oh, yeah! They
Starring
did do...
Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh, yeah, they did do that. I completely forgot Mads Mikkelsen played young Hannibal.
That was like over 10 years ago.
That's why I forgot. Okay, and then Dexter... Okay, so Dexter kills other serial killers? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh. I thought he was, like, also a cannibal, like, character, like Hannibal. Oh, my bad, my bad.
I was like, what are you on about?
Sorry, I genuinely did not... I've never watched either of them. I'm a bad...
Yes, but you know...
I'm a bad girl. I haven't followed my serial killers well enough.
But I thought you knew who Hannibal was.
No, I do know who Hannibal is. I just thought Dexter was also a spin-off on that concept. That's my bad. But there's also Hannibal the movie, right? Like,
It's the same character.
Right, because it's all young Hannibal. It's all meant to be like him when he's...
Yeah, before he gets caught.
Before he gets caught, before he becomes...
Yeah, before Red Dragon, I think.
Right. The only part of that I understood, Havman, is that your name is John. And do you know where the toilets are? I think you asked me where the toilets are. They're in your house. I hope you know where they are in your house. Well, yeah, because aren't all like Silence of the Lamb, Red Dragon, aren't they all based on books? Maybe he killed a cannibal. Maybe that's what happened. Oh my god, he killed Hannibal! Yeah, genuinely didn't realize that he was like... I mean, frankly, what I think Wednesday Addams wants to grow up to be. Based off season 2. Please, thank you, and where are the bathrooms? Got it. Dexter is like Batman as a serial killer. Ah, okay. Dexter versus Hannibal, then they both get murked by Wednesday. I mean, that would probably be how it would go. It'd certainly be entertaining. All right, there's the barrel of the gun going back. Make sure to paint that silver. Oh yes, I've watched all of Wednesday, season 2. I enjoyed it overall, had some issues with parts of it, but I don't think that's really that surprising for based on just like the reviews I've kind of seen of the season. But I still really and very much enjoyed it. I like, honestly, my biggest problem with season 2 is predominantly that I feel like at the end they threw a bunch of things out setting up for like season 3, but some of it didn't quite make sense to me. For example, Wednesday is now like, okay, in the very last episode of Wednesday, Agnes tells Wednesday that Nevermore, which is the name of the school they go to, is Nevermore. And I'm like, why though? Wednesday's grandmama agreed to donate, I assume, an absurd amount of money because she seems to be just loaded, to the school because Wednesday agreed to come in summer with her. And I'm wondering if that has now been like negated because we literally ended the season with her hooking back up with Festus, not in like a pervy way, but like just like calling Fester. Sorry, I said Festus. I'm listen, Christmas is on my mind. Because I was thinking Festivus, I think is where that was going. Anyways, Fester, and was like, hey, I need to go find my girlfriend who's turned into a werewolf. And I'm blanking on her name right now. Because it's like, it's on the tip of my tongue, but I genuinely can't remember it. Anyways, so she goes and she's finding her, right? So like, and so, which means she can't be spending summer with grandmama. So is grandmama not donating to the school? And that's why, and Agnes has like the foresight to know that, and therefore is like, well, guess the school's fucked because we blew everything up. You know, with the, you know, the massive fight at the end and the tower exploding and oopsie daisy. So I'm kind of at Enid. Thank you, Enid. I wanted to say Ednid, but I was saying it wrong. I was reading things backwards. Enid, yes. So like she's going to save Enid, which she promised her she would do. So that's great. I'm also, really, I'm there at this point for Agnes. I'm there, I'm watching the show for Agnes. I want to see how that girl is going to follow Fester, Wednesday, and Thing. Like, is she just clinging to the back of the bike, invisible, the entire time, and she's just gonna like appear in the middle of the forest when in season 3, whenever like Wednesday's doing whatever it is to help Enid, and she's just gonna show up because she just clung to like, she stuffed herself into another like trunk of a vehicle, but this time it was even smaller and probably still had corpses in it. Let's be fair, it's Fester's. I guess he doesn't really kill people that much. He just kind of electrocutes himself a shit ton and has a lot of identities. What is Fester's actual, like, canonical backstory?
Other than that he's, you know, the brother of the father, and that he tends to have, like...
Why?
I think back in the day, he was, like, mafia.
Okay.
Like, I think it was,
is that why he has so many like...
I think so, and I also think his, like, one of his deaths was, like, you know, got cement shoes tossed into the river. It's why he's a little bloated and such.
I see, okay.
But yeah, I think he used to have dealings with organized crime. But since that's not really a thing anymore, now he's just sort of an anarchist, I guess.
Yeah, I really just kind of got the impression he was kind of obsessed with getting electrocuted at this point. Like, that was his whole...
He was always into it. He was always a sadomasochist.
Okay.
Like, well, actually, well, he liked both. He liked inflicting and getting in pain.
That's fair.
Which is sort of just an Adams thing.
True, true. Which is... Oh yeah, no, I guess you're right. Isn't they are Adamses.
Yeah.
The male side is the Adamses.
Yep.
I love that the female side is Frump. I don't know what it is, but I love their last name, Frump. Grandma Frump. All right, the gun is nearly done. And then we can wash it. He's a mad monk, the weird uncle. Yeah, the Christmas version of Fester, there you go. I mean, I'm sure they did, but I didn't know if like Charles Addams originally gave them like more in-depth backstories or something.
I mean, it was the 60s, dear.
Fair enough. I think my favorite thing about season 2 was just how much musical talent was in it. Because like they both had Lady Gaga, who had an exceedingly short role.
Yeah, I was gonna say Billie Piper stole all her thunder.
I agree. I think Billie Piper also stole all of Gaga's thunder, and not that I dislike Gaga in any way. I don't. I love her music, but honestly, fantastic to see Billie Piper back. Like I haven't watched anything with her in a while. So it was really cool for me personally to see her because I really, like, I don't think I've seen anything really with her since her Doctor Who time. And I really liked her in Doctor Who. I kind of had a love-hate relationship with her actually, just as a character. But I thought she did a great job. And frankly, I think she did an excellent job in this. Also, another subplot, she's definitely coming back next season. I wish they would just drop the freaking like hides. I'm so over this plot line.
I still think,
the fact that it's going into season 3 still.
I think they brought him back because that other boy had to be canceled because of
I understand.
stuff.
I get that. I get that. I'm just like, I don't care. Yeah, Cousin It's not in it. Maybe he'll be in the next one. They may not know how to do him. I mean, I know he's just like a hair. But, so they could just probably like Muppet it up, but yeah, they haven't brought It into it. She's in Penny Dreadful? Nice, I didn't know that. I never watched Penny Dreadful, so. I actually don't know. I'm not super familiar with the Addams history. Okay, I think what we're gonna do is figure out what this handle of the gun needs to be. They kind of just make the guns black, but I don't really want... Maybe I'll just make it... Yeah, they really do just make them black, don't they?
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah.
Easier to animate.
I mean, that makes sense. Okay, well, I'm gonna put brown on the handle then, I guess. And add that really quick because I don't want it to just be... I mean, I guess I could just make it... I'm just gonna make it silver, I guess. He's a Gundam. It's not like he has padded hands or something. Or soft hands, rather. That can be hurt by this being a metal grip. Okay, that's that. Get this side. I mean, I think she was a witch still. I kind of get the impression that's what all the frumps basically are, is they're either like...
Witches or necromancers.
Yeah, witches or necromancers.
They might be wizards.
Yeah, like
Depending on your definition.
I think, yeah, depending on your definition, I think they are wizard. But they're definitely magic users because Grandma Frump is psychic. Mama... Mrs. Adams is psychic, and then Wednesday's psychic. Like, it clearly, the women in the frump line become psychic and witches of some variety, and apparently the men in the Adams line tend to become electric eels. So, and it doesn't seem to switch sides. It would have been actually really funny if, I want to see an alternate history Wednesday where Wednesday has Pugsley's power and Pugsley has her power, and it swaps genders. No, I have not watched Sally Lockhart Mysteries. Is Billie Piper also in that? Okay. Yeah, I haven't really followed Billie Piper's career since Doctor Who, so I have no idea what she's been in, but honestly, it sounds like she's been in a bunch of like pseudo-horror things. Or at least like mystery-related things, which I'm totally into. So I'll have to look into more of her stuff. I will admit, I am watching something very not horror right now, and also very not masculine. I got recommended, well, we got recommended on Netflix, like this random K-drama, like this historical alternate history K-drama that's an isekai, and oh my God, I love it. It's so good, it's so dumb. All right, let's go ahead and I'm gonna set him off to the side. Ooh, where she plays a call girl? That's cool. Oh, this is not actually fully dry yet. I think it'll be dry enough. Okay, no, we're gonna let it set for a little bit more. I don't want to risk it. It's too much of a biscuit to risk.
Biscuit risking?
Nope, no biscuit risking. Okay, let's go back to our Leo, our ground Leo. Oh, this thing is very dumb, but also...
What's dumb?
Fantastic. My Korean drama that I'm watching. Oh my God, it's so dumb and so good.
They meant the Leo, and I was like, oh, damn.
Yeah, the Leo is an idiot. Look at him.
Fight you.
Look at him. Okay, Bad Rabbit, has your girlfriend been watching Bon Appetit, Your Majesty? Because if so, please go grab her. I need to talk to somebody about it. I talked to Chaos Cultist about it. He is totally fine with it. It's just not, like, the pacing doesn't work for him, and I totally respect that.
Like, it's fine. It's not for me.
But I fucking adore it. The thing is, I used to watch a lot of K-dramas when I was, like, in college. And so, like, this is hitting so much nostalgia vibes for me. And I absolutely love how ham both the main actor and actress are in it. Like, especially the dude playing the Emperor. It is a combination, like this series, it's a combination. Food Wars with like romance isekai. Like that's what it is. If you took romance and isekai and Food Wars and smushed them together, that's what you get. Is Bon Appetit, Your Majesty. Because the barest concept, and I know you guys don't care, but I'm going to talk about it anyways. The basic concept is this French-trained Korean woman who is a chef who was on a game show to win and become the new lead chef of a 3-star Michelin restaurant, which she does win. This is all in the first episode, so it's totally not spoilers. It's like within the first 20 minutes. She wins this competition, is basically given the opportunity to basically start at this new job and be the lead chef in a 3-star Michelin restaurant. Very cool, right? She's very excited. None of that's gonna happen because the world had other plans for her, and it isekai'd her ass back to a specific era in Korean history that I don't remember the name of, so I'm not going to even try to pronounce it, but it starts with a J. And has an O and an E and then son at the end of it, but that's about it all I remember. So she gets transported back to this very specific time in Korean history when there was this particular emperor who is known as a tyrant, but he's also a gourmet. He's extremely food picky and also can really suss out, like, apparently the ingredients used in the dishes presented to him. So hence his, like, gourmet attitude, right? So she ends up having to, like, basically through shenanigans, whatever, gets transported back, ends up his head chef. Love ensues. But there's also an entire historical drama happening on the side as well, which is partially why I love it. So if you ever watched the anime Apothecary Diaries, imagine like that concept roughly. But Mao Mao is a isekai girl from modern world sent back to ancient. I mean, Mao Mao is not in a specific region, like, but it's sort of pseudo China. Like, just imagine if Mao Mao was isekai'd, it would basically be the same concept, but instead of her being an apothecary, she's a chef. But there's still like mysteries happening. This like emperor had his mother, he didn't have it, but when he was a child, his mother was deposed of by his father, and he's like trying to solve the mystery as to why, and also take vengeance upon everybody who was part of that plot. And so there's that going on the side, on top of girl gets transported from future to past and now has to cook dishes, and basically is introducing pseudo French cuisine. Basically she's doing French Korean fusion in ancient Korea for this emperor who's extremely picky. It's so good, I love it. I love it so much. It's not the senpai era, no. It's not the notice me senpai era. Oh yes, Apothecary Diaries for an anime binge is fantastic. It is a combination detective anime.
Sorry?
Apothecary Diaries. Mm-hmm. It's a detective anime with like a ancient Asian cultured romance story.
Yep.
Like that's the two flavors that you get there.
Chinese court drama.
Yeah, it's a Chinese court drama, not actually set in China, and it's really about solving like various mysteries, and it's all done through herbs and medicine science in like ancient China, but not China. It's really good. But Bon Appetit, Your Majesty, is also really good. There was a fan dueling scene, and it just really sold me. It really sold me. Also, the scene of okay. I called it. Words. I likened it to Food Wars. The reason I did that is because occasionally when like the various court people of the Korean government who are all eating this girl's food now because she's now the royal chef, are like having food wars moments, meaning that when they eat the food, they are like transported to fields of giant pea pods, and they're running through them joyfully because of the fresh essence of the peas. It's that kind of thing. And I fucking eat that shit up like it's a snack cake, and it's so good. It's just really, really good. And I would highly recommend it, or at least maybe recommend it to your lady friends who might be into that kind of thing, because it's frankly amazing. But now my Netflix account is also just recommending nothing but historical Korean K-dramas to me, and I'm just like, oopsie daisy. I've ruined our algorithm. Okay, let's swap him. I actually want to put the purple one on, because I think I want to go ahead and do the joints on this one. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find whatever deep gray that I want to use on Tallgeese, and I'm gonna use that on this one too, so that I can have some consistency there, and I'm not just going with a flat black. There's nothing like wrong with flat black, but I don't want to use just a raw flat black. Let's see. These are all washes. I don't think those are gonna be dark enough. All right, let's check the other box. Nope, that's just a beautiful purple. Doom metal. Lovely, but no. I don't want an actual metallic. That's a really dark brown. Okay, let me check over here. Dungeon Stone Gray. I mean, that does look pretty dark. What's this one next to it? Death Reaper, huh? Okay, let's grab Death Reaper and Dungeon Stone Gray and choose between those. She's watched them all? Nice. Well, you'll have to ask her what her opinion of Bon Appetit, Your Majesty is, and then like blow her mind because you knew what it was, and then you'll get hopefully points. I don't know if you pay attention to the ones that she's specifically watching or like talk to her about them, but like, I don't know, maybe it's a way you can get points. It's true, most Reapers do bring death, you're right. If I ever want to feel terrible, you would recommend that I watch English soap operas?
No.
What? Why?
Oh, English as in like from the UK.
Yeah.
I was thinking English as in just English speaking, like American ones.
Oh, no. Like UK, like, so what specifically about British soap operas would make you feel horrible? She loves it? Oh, good. I love it too. All right, I think we're gonna go with Dungeon Stone Gray. It just feels a little bit better. Well, I want to see what this Death Reaper black looks like. Is this actually a black or is it a gray? That's pretty black.
That's what she said. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either. Well, actually, is it a black or is it a gray? I think it might be one of the darkest grays I've ever seen. All right, cool, we'll use this. I put a little bit of my Dungeon Stone into it to brighten it a bit. But that's actually the color that I was hoping for, so we're gonna go with it. All right, let me pull up the Space Leo. because I don't know what its joints look like. Is it identical to my other boy? It is. Huzzah. Those Brits are typically downers. Well, I mean, I know they do have like sardonic humor, so maybe that's why. I'm gonna cough, hold on. Sorry. I like felt something go down the wrong pipe. I don't know how, but something did. Okay. Let's go with the shoes. I think those are gonna be easy to show off painting. Wait, is that supposed to be green or is that supposed to be... Oh no, it's supposed to be green, okay. All right, that's gonna look good. There we go. And then I think I'll just do the same thing when I get to the ball joints. So just to have two shots. There we go. Yeah, I think we have soap operas. I can't actually name any because I don't really watch them much. But I definitely feel like we have soap operas. I don't think they're anything like telenovela soap operas though. Or like really any kind of other like soap opera. But I think most countries have some variation of that. At least that would be my assumption. Watch me be completely wrong. There we go. good. Let's get the top side of the shoe on this side. A Leo in space. There we go. Oh yeah, I forgot General Hospital is like our big one. I was like, I knew we had like a big one. I just couldn't remember what it was. And for some reason I wanted to like say Stepford's Wife, but I was like, no, that's a drama, but it's not. I don't think it's a soap opera. But yeah, the General Hospital is like the big one for the US. I think I've heard of Guiding Light and Days of Our Lives. I don't think I realized that they were soap operas specifically. I mean, God, yes, we do need a D&D like soap opera. That'd be great. I mean, I guess that's basically Critical Role or anybody else that does like live plays of it. You're essentially getting like the soap opera vibe. Okay, that feels pretty good. I think we're gonna need to do the underside of this foot because I don't think I've touched it at all yet. I feel like I'm seeing a bit of purple through this. I'm gonna just give it a one more once over and then, oh yeah, we need to paint the bottom of that shoe. It's very, very purple. Okay. That feels good. Let me adjust my putty. Ooh. I'm not sure if I know moonlighting. Paint a squish guy on the bottom of the boot? No, left-handed dragon. I refuse to go into that detail. All right, what we will do though is start working on some of the other joints. Like the knee joints. He's in space. Who would he have squished? Somebody working on the outside of a colony, I guess. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's get the other side. Yes, good. Gouda. You know, I actually don't know if I've ever had Gouda cheese. But I've definitely made that joke before. Oh yes, please do remember to hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh no, please. I'm hoping if I talk about it, that it will just not happen. Oh, it's coming, I can tell. Okay, I think it's passed. I think talking about it, in fact, did make it go away. Smoked Gouda is awesome. It's good on a burger. Okay. Because it's like, is it a like semi-hard cheese? Is that, am I remembering correctly? My hobby night page is for my hobby stuff. I do share a lot of the, so on Instagram, if you search hobby_night, I do have a hobby after dark Instagram as well, but I don't really post to it much anymore because Instagram gets weird about that kind of stuff. So I just focus on my hobby page. You'll see a lot of me like holding miniatures or like in the foreground, but that's just because the algorithm likes people in it first. So I normally put a picture of me and then I follow it with like the hobby projects. So you just got to swipe. I apologize that I'm making you use your wrist to swipe, but it's what gets me better results. So that's what I do. But yeah, it's hobby_night. You should also find links to it in my link tree, which should be in the video description. Feels pretty good for the joints there. Let's take a look at the other joints. What else would you use your wrist for? It's true. What else would you do it? All right, so that, the fingies. Okay, I may have prevented that sneeze, but my nose is like running now and I'm so irritated by that. Okay. do get to see that arm joint. And I think the games are pretty different from the Witcher novels as well. They're only like loosely based off of them from my understanding, or at least like up until a point. Okay. Ball joint. Can't really see that arm joint. Can't really see the hips. It's gonna be metallic anyways. Yeah, that'll all just be metal. Actually, is that? Okay. That's still supposed to be purple. It's just metal to one point. Okay. I understand. There. Okay. I think then I haven't found one with like this round thing, like his little thrusters, I guess. I'm not really sure what those are. So I don't know if they're supposed to be any black accents or something on that. Let's see. Let me
do what you feel looks good.
I feel like the edges should be, I mean, they might want to be silver. I want to see if I can find a picture of one in space, because literally I just typed in Leo for this first search, so it's just bringing up the generic Leo. Space Leo Gundam. Aha! Images. There's the thingamadoodle. Okay, those are literally all the mechs, but you know what? They do have... Focus. Focus. No, I think it's just purple. Okie dokie, that works for me. Let's go. I think we can go to our silvers. Oh, no, we need to do our highlights and stuff on the shoes. That's what we did on the browns. Oh, and no, you need, ooh, don't let me get ahead of myself, chat. We need to actually paint the balls. We can't forget the balls. They're very important. Never forget the balls. You heard it here first. Yeah, just like in a YouTube thumbnail, the algorithm likes seeing a human face. It doesn't matter which algorithm you're talking about, all of them like seeing a human face more than anything else. All right, let's paint balls. All right, there we go. A lot of people don't. And some people can get some success off of that. I mean, it's really, like, I do think there is a certain amount of, like, just straight consistency. Because obviously there's artist accounts who never use their faces and only post pictures of their miniatures. But in my experience, those are, like people who are just really insanely good at painting. You know, these are the kind of people who spend like 6 months on one project kind of thing. And I think like that's how they can maybe get away, because their just paint job is so jaw-droppingly like impressive that it makes people go, ooh, and like it. But I have found, at least, that if I put myself in the post as my first post and then put whatever I'm working on after that, it'll get some engagement. I mean, some people literally will only look at the first post and they never swipe. But the people who do want to see stuff know how to see it. Forgive me for a moment. I'm doing something a bit delicate, so I'm just being a wee bit quiet. Oh no, honestly, like, hashtags, I don't really think are as nearly as big of a deal anymore. Like, I think Instagram will still recommend you do them or whatever, but from my understanding, like, you don't need to flood it with the right meta tags, because if you do that, I think it just like gets lost in the void. I don't really know. I don't know how algorithms work. I cannot even, like, I just kind of stare at what I'm doing and go, oh, that worked. And then I try to repeat it. And if it works again, I'm like, great. And then if it doesn't, I'm like, eh. All right, well, I guess that is how it is now. Oh man, I miss the days when DeviantArt was good too. Man, DeviantArt back in the day. So that's a throwback. Okay, it is about 3 o'clock, so I'm gonna go ahead and take my scheduled break. We will be back, and when we come back, our boy Tallgeese is ready. So we are going to do a lovely dry brush to bring some of that pure white back out, because we made him quite dirty and dark. We also need to do a bit of cleanup on this leg because I got a little heavy. I missed that pooling there, but I think it'll be okay. But yeah, we'll be back with that when I'm done with my break. I will see you guys at 3:15, so 15 past the hour, or whatever your regional equivalent is, but 15 past the hour. All right, guys, see you in a little bit. Hello, chat. I have returned. We are going to finish highlighting the shoes. Wow, my eyes just played a trick on me. I thought I saw an ant on my desk, and I was like, what the fuck? I think I'm going crazy. I think I might just be going crazy. We are actually not working on that, Leo. Just kidding. What did I say we were gonna do when we got back? We're gonna fix up Tallgeese. So, we need to clean our brush. Thank you, thank you. Oh, Cece's actually downstairs. He's not back yet, sorry. But I am here for your painting pleasure. Oh yeah, no, DeviantArt used to have a really good community. I will admit that I have not been on DeviantArt basically since college. So I have not seen what the community is like now, but I imagine it is not nearly the same. 6 fajitas down. I would be stuffed after 6 fajitas too, I will admit. Okay, I feel like I might want to get, let's see, does this have any, let's get a fresh paper towel, chat. Fresh paper towel is fine. All right, fresh paper towel. I don't appear to be getting too much purple out of it. I am a little worried though. Do I have another one of those lovely angled brushes floating around in here? In this section, no. I do have this one, which could work. I wish I had the shorter one. Okay, I will take this out. All right, so what I think we're gonna do is we're gonna clean our brush that I really like. I love this. I love this brush for dry brushing so much. Bad Rabbit, I hope you have a good evening and get plenty of rest. Sorry I missed you when you were bouncing. But if you happen to watch this back later to catch up with what you might have missed once you went to bed, I hope you see this and have a good night, sir. Okay, I think we'll be okay. I think, like, while there's some purple in there, I think it's mostly dry. I am gonna briefly pop off camera to empty this water because it's very metallic-y. So I'll be right back, chat. I will still be talking to you. You're just gonna hang out with Chair for a moment. It won't be long though. We're gonna get a little bit more water, and you know what? I'm even going to be extra safe with this brush, and I'm gonna use a bit of soap on it real quick to get any remaining purple residue out, or at least as much as we can. There, that's a lot better. Okay, that is looking good, chat. I'll be back in a moment. I just want to rinse this thing really thoroughly so that I have absolutely zero soap left in this bristle. Because if I do, it'll completely just bork the flow of the paint. Which, if you are ever working on something and you've noticed that, like, for some reason, your paint's behaving really weirdly, it is potentially likely that either your brush has something in it, like soap, or if it's brand new, the chemicals that they use to sort of keep the bristles together when they're selling them to you so that they come together real nicely, you know? Or it's most likely soap from the last time you cleaned it, which has happened to me a number of times, and oh my god, is it annoying. But it's nothing to panic about. You can deal with that. Okay, our boy's here. Let's get these unnecessary paintbrushes out of the way. Where's my white? There's my white. Let's get this going. Question for chat. If there was a planet in Star Wars you would want to live on, which one would it be? Gamora pre the Purge. I would want to live on Gamora pre the Purge. The second Purge. You know, when they cracked the planet. Okay. Got some white. Got Tallgeese. I am going to brace him down here. Ooh, I just immediately fucked up that. Okay, that looks good. I think that'll capture well. We're gonna disappear. Don't hit the stop streaming button. That's not what we're here to do. Start recording. And then for some of these more stubborn areas, we're gonna come back in. All right, and that is looking good. I got way too much footage of that, but that's fine. I won't need to get any more until we're like very close to done. So it'll be fine. Let's come back in. This is actually working fantastic. some kind of really nice smooth blends. It looks worn, but not like brand spanking new, which is kind of what I was hoping for. Yeah. There we go. That is looking better. Yeah. Remember that big, like, pooling mark we had on that leg? Look how clean that is now. Just a little bit of dry brushing. Definitely not tattooing because bad shit happens there. That's true. I mean, I suppose it's a matter of perspective. I mean, from Anakin's perspective, good shit happened there. He got rescued. I guess Anakin's the only one who might think it was good though. He still hated the place. Man, he hates sand. Looking excellent day. Segoyo. There we go. What's the planet that Chewie lives on? He is from... Oh, fuck, I know the name of this. It starts with a K, I think. Am I misremembering that, Star Wars fans in chat? But I think it might be... It might start with a K. You don't have to wash them first. I have rinsed this brush previously. When I buy new brushes, I always rinse them. So it wasn't like brand new. It was just new out of that container. So don't worry about that. But yes, I recommend rinsing your brushes before you use them. But it is not 100% necessary. You just want to be extra mindful, especially if you're noticing your paint behaving weirdly, which I have not been. Why did that go out of focus? There we go. They are a fun race of aliens. Kashyyyk, thank you. Yes, Cybot CB. That is exactly it. It is Kashyyyk. Yeah, I just couldn't remember. I was like, I know it starts with a K, but I can't remember anything else. Kashyyyk would be pretty cool, especially if you like tree houses. There's also like, the problem, okay, here's the issue. Most planets in Star Wars have some sort of like giant monster creature you have to deal with, because Kashyyyk still has them too. There's like parts of the forest that the Wookiees like don't go into because there's some giant like creature, if I remember correctly. And I feel like that is the case in most planets. Like Gamora's nice because they have giant spiders and they tame them and use them to make clothes. There we go. It's looking good. Honestly, it's a little time consuming, but this has actually been a really like efficient method for getting him done. Ewoks are okay if you got snacks. That's fair. It's night somewhere. In the same way that it's always 5 o'clock somewhere, it's always evening somewhere, which means that I can hobby. And honestly, it's been so overcast today, I kind of feel like it is. Like, I feel like it's way later than it actually is. I felt that way basically since I got up this morning. It's how I know we're getting into cold weather season. See, there you go. It's 11:35 where Craig is, perfectly late into the evening, and a perfect good time to hobby. You had your heating on the last couple of nights? Oh no. Is it actually getting chilly for you in the UK? I could believe it. I mean, I imagine it's a little cool on the cool side most of the year, except for like certain months during the summer, right? At least that's the impression I've always gotten. Ooh, my God, that was rough. There we go. It's been 30 degrees this summer. Oh, I'm assuming you mean Celsius. I was like, 30 degrees? That's fucking cold. But I'm thinking Fahrenheit. And I assume you mean Celsius because you're in the UK. And everywhere else, I think uses... Oh my God. Where is that pink coming from? What? Am I crazy? Oh, no, there's definitely some pink in there. Get out. Okay, I think that's better. Because there must have been some red on my... Why would there be red still wet on the palette? There shouldn't be. I haven't used red today, I don't think. There we go. Man, he's looking good. Such a handsome mech. I mean, the thing is temperature is pretty subjective because, like, back when I lived in like Hawaii for a really long time, like 70 degrees there got feeling cold. And I'm 7 degrees Fahrenheit, so whatever that is in Celsius. I don't know the conversion, I apologize. But like, that started, like 75 sometimes felt fucking cold in Hawaii because I just got so acclimated to the really warm temperatures. Same thing here, actually, in California. Of like, I'm so used to such mild temperatures that when it does like shift even 10 degrees one way or the other, it's like, oh my God, it is so hot, or oh my God, it is freezing. What is going on with this weather? And then I whinge a bunch. But it's really nothing's actually going on with the weather. My body is just like, ha 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 ha. God damn it, I just put that more into pink. Damn it. My body's just like, you've gotten so used to this that any subtle change is gonna just destroy you. And then I cry. Okay, there we go. I put a new palette on so we can stop getting red into our pink. Or into our white and turning it pink. We don't want Tallgeese to be pink. Oh, no, God damn it, that's the wrong white. It's the wrong white, chat. Is that actually true? Are like the actors for the Time Lords in Doctor Who often from Newcastle? Like historically? Because if so, that's hilarious. Two Time Lords were from Scotland? Oh, which two Time Lords were from Scotland? Some people just have the gift. Eccleston and Tom Baker. Oh, Eccleston was, oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. You know, I should have probably known that, but I don't think I did. Man, Eccleston was such a great Time Lord. Like, I loved him as the Doctor. I know his stint was really, like, short, all things considered. Because I think he had, like, conflicts with the director or something, right? Is that what happened? I don't actually remember what happened with his run. I just know it was short. And don't get me wrong, the 10th is great. Like, I love Tenet. But I would have also been totally cool with getting more Eccleston as 9th before we got to Tenet. Oh, is Eccleston from Manchester and Tom Baker is from Liverpool? I don't know who to believe now. Well, regardless, I still think Eccleston was a great Time Lord, and I wish that he had played the Doctor longer. think we're almost done with this dry brush. I keep finding like more areas where I'm like, oh, I could highlight that a little bit, but I think we're getting near there. There we go. Okay, I think we're gonna come in and do our final filming of this dry brush. I say, and then immediately don't do it. Maybe this arm needs a little bit more, and then we'll do the top. And we'll do the top, and then that's when we'll record. I will admit, I haven't watched much Doctor Who since Matt, the 11th, I think it was, I guess. Matt, what was his name? Matt something? I didn't like the fairy tale vibe that they had taken the narrative. I like it occasionally. Like, I don't mind them doing fairy tale like stories every now and then, but I felt like the entire fucking thing became a goddamn fairy tale with his companion and such, and I was just like, I'm not into this. And then I just basically haven't come back since. As an American, where would I even watch Doctor Who these days? Like, who has it? All right. We're gonna focus on like this section and the top here. And that's what we're gonna work on. I haven't really missed much. You know what? That's fair. To be honest, I haven't really heard anything that's made me go, oh man, I'm missing so much in Doctor Who. It's Matt Smith, that's his name, right? Matt Smith? Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of Matt Smith as the Doctor. Like, no offense to him, like I said, the fairy tale vibe that his art kind of was pushing, I just wasn't super into. Ooh. All right, and then before we wrap this up, there's one little area where I just want to straight paint it white. He looks beautiful. All right. I love this Tallgeese. All right. Excellent. Why am I getting so many text messages? One moment, folks. I'm getting like, I've had like 6 text messages. My poor neighbor keeps having her products delivered to my door, so that was what one of them was about. Ah. Did you know that Gork remembers your conversations now? Be warned. You're getting spicy with Gork. It's gonna remember it, which means that somebody else will be able to find it. I don't know why that was relevant, but somebody told me, and I just want to share the message with you guys. How do we feel? How do we feel about this beautiful boy? On one hand, I feel like I've done nothing. On the other hand, I know that I've put a lot of work into this already, and it looks very handsome. Got in late, and how did she get on the shade before the white dry brush? The panel lines look amazing. So all I did, Ape Gassine? Cine. Ape Gassine? I am probably butchering your name. I am so sorry for that. But I can tell you exactly how I did this. I did a heavy Nuln Oil dry brush? No, I didn't dry brush the Nuln Oil on. Don't do that. I think you could, but it would be messy and it might not look that great. But I did a heavy Nuln Oil wash. I think you can use any black wash that you want, but it's important that it was a black wash. So I did a black wash, and then after I did that, I just let it thoroughly dry. And then I came back in and with a semi-wet dry brush. Okay, so I'm not doing fully dry. I'm going semi-wet because I feel like it smooths things out, especially, I mean, it looks so good on this armor. Like, you see how smooth and like nice that looks? It's because I was able to do that semi-wet dry brush over top that Nuln Oil, which had dried thoroughly. We got to make sure that it dries thoroughly. And that would be, that's how I did this. God, it looks so good. Thank you. Thank you, by the way, for saying that it looks really good. I also think it looks really good. I was nervous about Tallgeese. I was very nervous because it's a white mech. And I just feel like white mechs can either be exceedingly easy or exceptionally difficult. It's one or the other. I don't feel like you get in-betweens. So we're gonna set Tallgeese aside for a moment. Because I want to come back to my Leo. Actually, okay, actually, we're gonna stick with Tallgeese, and we're gonna bring the dark gray that we used on our Space Leo back in for Tallgeese, for his like joints and shit. Because we're basing it off of this. Like, this is the Tallgeese that we're basing it off of, and he's got a lot of gray. So that's what we're gonna work on next. Thank you. Glad you guys are enjoying the painting. It has no actual pronunciation. Nice. Well, I would highly encourage you to do it because honestly, I found that it was extremely effective. Like, and while it's a little time consuming because doing the wet dry brushing, I have spent like the last hour or so on it. But honestly, worth it because I have this really like soft but defined armor. And I feel like it looks like it's been out and about doing stuff, maybe in a little bit of combat, but it's not brand spanking new. And I really, really like that. Exactly. I am not, like, I don't mind an overly polished mech suit, don't get me wrong. I've definitely painted some, but I will admit that it looking like it's out there doing stuff, a little wear and tear. Oh my God, buddy. Why are you keep popping out of this? Okay, I need to repaint that a little bit. There you go. There you go, friend. Gosh, he just wanted to pop right out there, didn't he? There was literally something I was just about to fix with white. What was it? That needed a little bit, but that wasn't it. Oh my goodness. I genuinely, what was it that I was? Oh, that needs to be fixed for sure. That definitely was not the thing I was fixing. Okay. God damn, there was totally a spot. Oh, I remember. Oh, I remember. It was here. There we go. Fix it. Okay, there we go. Haha. Solve the problem. Okay. Okay, now I think we can actually work on his interior. Let's get our grays back out. And then this was the other, ooh. Muscle cars are pretty cool. What's your favorite muscle car? I've been going to a number of like car shows in my area. Well, they're not like super nearby, but they're nearby enough. What's a really good... Does this Wikipedia page have a turnaround? Oh my god. Oh my god, ad blocker is such a thing I need on my phone. Good god, go away. I don't need all of your ads. I'm just trying to find out information about the Tallgeese. That does not give me a bunch of good images. Okay, well. Can I please see behind you? Tallgeese butt. Please tell me that gives me behind him. No, it doesn't. Damn it. Let's do turn around. That might get it for me. Turn around. Turn around. Burner, 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 burner. Oh, that's exoskeleton. That's kind of cool. Da, 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 ba, 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 ba. There's literally apparently no pictures of this thing from... Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for. It's still not the best. That also is not the best. Seriously, can I please just have a behind shot from it in the anime? Is that so much to ask for? Apparently it's too much to ask for, chat. Tallgeese. Behind. Maybe if I just put behind instead of being cheeky and putting butt. Hello, Jay. It's lovely to see you in chat. How you doing? How you doing? Hopefully well. Okay. Well, I at least know one section we can start with. Beautiful. God, I just want to leave him like this. Can I just leave him like this? Can I just... Oh my god, I know the easy thing for us to start with, his fucking feet. Why am I not just painting his feet? That's the easy thing to do. All right, that's what we're gonna do first. Goodbye, chat. Goodbye, me. You're done with spaceships for the week and are ready to see some Gundam painting? Well, heck yeah, that is what you're getting. Full screen right now. Right in your face. All right, let's get recording to this. Boop, boop, boop. All right, that looks good. We'll get a little bit more later. Boop. All right, we've got part of the shoes going. Wonderful. Just paint that whole thing gray to help it blend in. Oops, I accidentally got gray paint where I didn't want it. So let me get some of my white back out. Where, white star. The dog is clean now, huzzah! The pup get messy going outside. There we go. That's looking good.
Marketing graphics are ready for your approval.
Excellent. Oh god damn it, I got some on that side too.
It's looking cool from over here.
Thanks. Yeah, no, I'm very happy with the armor.
Yeah, the lines are looking great.
Yeah, no, I'm very, very happy with that. Now it's just a matter of getting all the trim work done. All right, that looks good. That looks good. What is the back? How much of the back of the chute do we need to paint? Oh, it looks like the whole thing. Which is fine. This is looking so good. Okay, now we do have the awkwardness of where this foot is against him, so that's sort of annoying. See if we can be delicate. Thankfully, because this is a white mech, I can do infinite amounts of cleanup with just more white paint. So I'm not too worried about it, but you know, still try to be careful, I guess. Yeah, I think that. Okay, I think we're good there. Okay, the leg joints will be pretty easy. We don't see any of them from the front, so that's awesome. Okay. Try Tallgeese cake rule 34. No, I don't want his actual, like, I don't want him to have an actual butt. I just need to see his behind so that I could be like, oh, that is meant to be gray. But it's okay, we figured it out. Well enough, at least for now. Okay. Okay, I think we're almost ready to move past the feet. So I should probably paint the rest of this little standy thing. Okay. We're looking good. Do I have a favorite car? Nah. I don't know car brands well enough to say that I have a favorite. Oh, my reference just went to sleep. Okay. Now we're gonna do some filming again real quick. All right, let's do some cleanup. You like the Camaro? I'm just doing some kind of like troublesome cleanup. So give me a sec, folks. Hello, Luke. How are you doing? Having a good evening, I hope. How much is a Thunderbird worth now at one of those big sales? You know, I have no idea. Probably depends on the quality of the, like the condition of the Thunderbird. And potentially who owned it previously. Okay. I think we're looking pretty cool on this little guy. Oops, fuck. Oh no, he ripped the socket out? Oopsie daisy. $30K? Not too bad. What year of Thunderbird, though? I'm checking something on my reference. Okay, yeah, it does. can I please scroll over? Thank you. Fuck, I don't think I should have painted that. A little bit of water on a clean brush and just wipe it off. God, it works so well. Let's see, 433. Okay, cool. I am probably, because I can feel my hand shaking a little bit, I might go ahead and wrap soon. Do they? Okay, hold on. God damn, I fucking, like, I both love this thing and hate this thing. Can I see your other butt flaps, please? Sure, it's painted. That's great. I don't want your fucking notifications. I just want to see this fucking model. Oh. Okay. That isn't... Fuck. Okay. Well, I messed something up, chat. We'll have to go back over it with some white. Let's do that now, and that's what we're gonna do for the remainder of the time. Because this side is supposed to be that way, but the other one is not. So we're gonna fix that and clean up a little bit of what we did previously. All right, that looks good. Man, I got that so clean too. Oh, actually, I know what we can do. Let's dry brush. Okay. This is helping. It's giving us at least a good foundation to cover it back up. Oh my god, I can't believe I just messed that up. Dun, 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 dun. So why you always triple check your reference before you get started. So you don't pull an oopsie like I did. No. It just is a quick method of getting a lot of paint on a model very quickly. And so I want a little bit of the gray to show through so that I get a little bit of an edge. But no, it doesn't actually help you cover mistakes. The next stream is going to be tomorrow here on YouTube. It'll begin at 1 p.m. Pacific or your regional equivalent. Barring that I don't like just completely flail on doing my script reading tomorrow, which I shouldn't. It's a lot of VO, so it should be okay. And then Saturday, I will be streaming as well. I haven't decided on a start time for that yet, but it will not be here on YouTube. It will be over on my spicy page. So if you're into that kind of thing and you're the appropriate age, feel free to join. Okay, that one looks good. Okay, what does need to be dark gray, however, bloody hell, I just realized another thing was supposed to remain white. I see. This section. Hello, Andrew. How are you doing? Okay. Does that look good? No. No, it does not. That's looking better. Let's go ahead and grab the dry brush back out and maybe smooth it over a little bit. Okay. Oh, it's because I messed something up and had to do so much cleanup. That's all. That's the only reason I'm deep sighing. Oh, God damn it. And I haven't finished cleaning that up either. Ugh. All right. Okay. I think we've almost got this cleaned up to a point where I can stop again. Had cage since 15th of the 13th of February. At least another 4 months, Hammer. Oh no! Oh, for your cast, yes. Yeah, I hope you get it. I know you've still got some time with it, but I really do hope that goes fast for you, Craig. Okay. I didn't get as much done on his trim as I hoped because I completely fucked up. This back portion, which is so obnoxious. It's still not exactly cleaned up. There we go, that's a bit better. Okay, but we made progress and I'll do more tomorrow. Oh, Haven, thank you so much for the $2 donation. It's just simply because you and CC are the absolute best. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for saying so. And I think with that, we're going to go ahead and end today's stream. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and chatting. I loved the car conversations. I loved all of our other conversations that we had. It was great. So definitely see you guys tomorrow. We will begin at 1 p.m. Pacific or your regional equivalent. And we'll of course be working on some more Gundams. However, on Saturday, I will be streaming, but not here on YouTube. and we'll be doing something spicier. So that should be really fun. I'm very much looking forward to it. I always have a great time on, well, I mean, frankly, all of my streams that I do, but in general, just the spicy ones are especially fun. So I hope to see you guys there, and if not, that's awesome as well. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I have been Angela, and I'll see y'all next time. Have a wonderful hobby night, everybody. Bye.